for the Call Flow Radio Show. Good morning, everyone. It is your Wednesday, this 18th day of June already. And in the studio joining me is the illustrious Noah Massage. Good morning,
That's
Noah.
a little too much, Chris.
It is not.
No, thank you.
No, it's not.
I
How are you
appreciate that.
doing?
I'm doing well, Chris. I'm doing okay. You know, I got
How's
my
the week
coffee.
going? Yeah.
This has been an interesting week so far.
It has.
Yeah. Guess what? You know what? I have a surprise for the mid-break, the birthday calendar, but I'll have to say it right now. My dad's celebrating birthday today.
Well, happy birthday to your dad. What's his name?
Bob Massage.
Bob
It's a
Massage. I like that
New
name.
Jersey kind of sounding
Yeah,
name.
it's
you know.
macho.
Yeah, it kind of much. Yeah, exactly. Like a fighter or something.
Yeah,
you know?
well, happy birthday to Bob.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I at least I hope it's his birthday. I know it's like a couple of days after Father's Day. It is. I'm like 90% sure.
90?
I'm okay. I'm 100%.
99.44.
I already said it,
sure.
so I'm just gonna go with 100% sure. But it might be tomorrow. No, it's not. It's definitely today.
It's the okay. All right, very good.
Anyways, yeah, it's been a good week. Just staying busy. By the way, I didn't mention this with John on Call Flow, but I'll bring it up now. This past weekend, I made a website for me, like my own personal website.
Oh, you did?
It's just called noahmassage.com. It's
Yeah.
just my name. But if anybody wants to learn
Contact you
more,
or
contact me,
Yeah.
or like if request photography photos, I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted something to put my projects up there. Like I'm making the short film I kind of told you about.
Sure. Well, absolutely. You've
and
got
some-
that's a good way to promote yourself. Of
Exactly.
course. Yeah.
So I made that all this weekend. I bought the domain like a couple of months ago, and I was like, I'm going to get to work on this right away. And I ended up making the website this past weekend. So if you're interested, it's nothing crazy. It's very simplistic.
NoahMassage.com.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's M-A-S...
MESS.
M-E-S-S.
ARGE.
A-R-G-E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classy.
I think of massage.
Yeah, massage, but it's massage.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do have a caller, I think.
Oh, boy.
I
Okay.
think it's Henry, but anyway, we'll check. Good morning. You're on the air.
And so are you, my dear.
Thanks for waiting.
That's all right.
All right.
I wasn't doing anything else.
Well, okay.
That's what they told me at the lake one time. They said, "Thanks for waiting."
For waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well.
All right.
It was hip deep. Anyway, did you know about the dog lover? The dog lover called his girlfriend Doberman because he always wanted to pinch her.
That's really corny, Henry.
Yeah,
But that's
it
a good
was.
one. That's corny. But that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah. He was so unstable, he stalled at sleeping in the barn.
Ah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There was a fight. I understand a fight at the post office, and one of the clerks licked a bunch of stamps.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he didn't get sick.
He didn't give up. He stuck to it.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody said her face looked like a flower. It even had tulips on it.
Oh.
Tulips. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Go ahead.
The American Indian's name was John Coleslaw, and naturally he was a vegetarian,
Naturally.
sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Okay.
I told somebody one time that I was a light sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
That you could peel a banana and it would wake me up.
Oh, wow. That is light.
Yeah. You know, before there were screen doors, there were fly catchers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember growing up, we had fly catchers, sticky things that would hang down from the ceiling. And the flies would be attracted to them,
Mm-hmm.
and it had some kind of a sticky stuff on them. and the flies would go to it, and they would get stuck on it, and it would take care of them.
Right.
Right, but that was before we had screen doors.
Mm-hmm.
There were these flycatchers, but now they play baseball and they're outfilders.
Okay. It
Yeah,
was a
they're
life-changing
flycatchers
experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're flycatchers.
All right.
I had a little serious thing here I wanted to pass on.
Okay.
A 12-year-old student at Prince Edward Academy a few years ago asked me if she could interview me at her home. So I went out to Joyce Ward's home
Oh, okay.
to meet Michelle, her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
who was in, I think, maybe the fifth grade. Anyway, after the interview in the yard, she asked me to meet her family. So we went inside, and she introduced me to her mother and also her grandmother. But anyway, Michelle had left her papers on the table outside,
Mm-hmm.
and the wind began to blow, so she ran outside to get her homework papers. And I said to her mom, she has a problem, doesn't she? And her mom said, yes, she does. She stays in pain constantly, and even though she's been to UVA, she's been to Duke, they can't figure out what is causing the pain. So they keep her on strong pain medicine. Well, about that time, Michelle came back in with her papers, and I felt a wave of compassion for her. And I laid my left hand on her right shoulder, and then I left. About 6 months later, I ran into her mom, and she told me that Michelle never had another pain and takes no medicine for anything.
Oh.
Praise the Lord. And then down about 10 years later, I saw Michelle and her two children, at the Heart of Virginia Festival. And they were all healthy and happy.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
You know,
Yep.
God can take care of anything
Yes, he can.
if we allow him. I think he wants to do it, but we don't, he don't bust the door down to come in.
Right.
You have to invite him.
Well, you have to have faith. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope to share a little something with you again tomorrow, if it's all right.
all right, Henry. Of course.
My phone number, if you'd like to chat with me about anything, is 414-0096. And if it's something you want to talk about that just between the two of us, that's great, and we'll pray about it. And we won't share it around. But if it's something you rather do that way, I'd welcome your call.
Okay.
And if it's something you'd like me to share on the radio, I welcome that.
All right.
Hopefully we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, Henry. Take care. Bless you.
All right.
All right.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mhm.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That was a nice check-in.
Nice check in with Henry. We know the day is okay when Henry gives us a call.
That's right. All is well at WFLO when Henry gives a
That's right. It is.
telephone, a ring. Do you call the smartphone a telephone, Chris? I've been meaning to ask you this because sometimes I refer to it as a telephone.
I just say my phone.
the phone.
But see, I wear a smartwatch as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So
You're
sometimes,
like James Bond.
But sometimes I say I'm talking on my phone.
Yeah.
When I'm talking on my watch.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's just one of those things.
Sure,
Or
yeah.
I have to charge my phone, but I have to charge my watch.
I remember when watches were something mechanical. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to sound
Yeah.
like one of those people. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like smartwatches are cool. You know, we can thank Steve Jobs for a lot of this technology. I feel like, right?
Absolutely.
The smartwatch.
Absolutely.
Smartphone.
Well, I pretty much promised myself that I wasn't going to get a smartwatch.
Sure.
You know?
Oh, interesting.
Because I had my phone, and,
Yeah.
and I thought, why have both?
Yeah.
But
The smartwatch is nice. I think they track your calories as well.
they
so,
track
right? Everything.
Tracks everything. I'm
Heartbeat.
still finding some neat features about it.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
I've been thinking about getting one.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
You
yeah.
don't have one?
I have, long story, but a friend gave me one and I forgot to give it back to him, and now he's like out of the States. So
Oh my gosh. Well, we got a caller,
We
so
do.
we'll say good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning. Not only is today Noah's dad's birthday,
Oh my goodness.
but according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, it's Paul McCartney's birthday.
Yes, and he's 83 today.
Wait, you know what? Maybe my dad is Paul McCartney. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
I'm gonna play some Paul McCartney
There you
stuff
go.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should.
The Beatles or Wings?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, well, I probably will mix it in, a little bit of both.
Do y'all have some of both?
Of course we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, when did Francis start hosting the Lunch Break show?
I heard that yesterday. Was it
Mm-hmm.
yesterday you guys were talking about that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it was about, I guess he hosted it between, I don't know, 10, 15 years, could be more than that. He was there, Francis was there at WFLO for 50 years.
Wow.
He was in the
Wow.
radio business for 52 years because he started off in Lawrenceville, a small AM station there, and WLES. But anyway, yeah, he hosted that for a long time. Gene Ike, I believe, did it for a while.
And what was the format when he hosted it?
I'm not sure. It's just one of those things, you're there for so long, it just kind of, I think it was probably the same type thing. But, I'm just not sure. But I do know that at least he was there for at least 15 to 20 years.
Because John said he's kept it the same way that
Francis
did.
did,
He
yeah.
also did 60s, 70s, and
60s,
80s.
70s, and 80s, yeah. Yeah. And I remember.
And
Go ahead.
now there's a continuation on Saturdays. John's doing a thing where it's 3
Yes.
hours. of
Wonderful
the lunch
way back
break
weekend.
format.
Yeah, wonderful way back weekend. I think that's great. I think
Yeah.
it's really cool.
It's either the
Did you
wonderful
ever
way
get
back.
to host Lunch Break?
Pardon me?
Did you ever get to host
I did.
Lunch Break?
I did, but I was always nervous about it because my knowledge of that at the time wasn't, well, I don't think it ever would have been as good as Francis's, because he retained so much of that stuff and he loved that type of music anyway. So, but I do too, but he just had, it was just like John Staten, he's just like a sponge.
Yeah.
He just remembered details and could tell stories and everything. And I was just there. And then most of the time when I did it, I just kind of played the music,
Yeah.
told, when it was recorded and stuff like that. But
Noah tried hosting it once.
I tried hosting it. That is correct. It went okay.
but it's
a tough
difficult.
job. You have to be
you
really-
have to be on your toes.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people out there who still know that music.
Yeah.
And so you gotta be on your toes about
I
that.
feel like I'm in this. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm in the same boat as you, because like I also really enjoy a lot of that music, but like all the stories and stuff, like even when I'm looking it up, it's just like, John could name a story from like about the band The Byrds, like that. If you ask him, tell me something about the Byrds, but like, me trying to do it, I felt like I was doing an impression of like somebody who knows how to do the show. But it really, I enjoyed it. I think John does a great job, but as far as me doing it, not.
Well, it was the same way with
great.
Elliot Irving. Tubby Walthall used to do the swinging gears, and he was so great. He was such a nice guy, and he was working that show up into his 70s.
Wow.
He used to love it, and when he passed, Elliot Irving took over that particular show. And
And then Dan Elvis hosted that for a while, didn't he?
yes, he did. Yep, he did as well. And
I
they,
remember him talking
you know,
about
you
that.
just, and as you do it, as you get interested into the music, you learn more about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just about, and can do a decent show about it.
Yeah.
But
Ron Moody is good at telling stories about
Mm-hmm.
music.
yeah, about his in his show. Of course, he's in
yeah.
the Rock and Roll Hall of
Legend,
Fame.
yeah.
He's a legend. Beach Music Hall of Fame as well. Not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but the Beach Music Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to listen to Wonderful Wayback Weekend?
I do. I listened Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. I did. I've got the radio on all day, pretty much, until 5 o'clock or so when the news comes on Channel 6.
Do you listen to your own show on
Of
Sunday
course I do.
mornings?
Yeah. And one thing that I forgot to mention on my show on Sunday was to tell all those fathers out there, Happy Father's Day. I just completely forgot to do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my bad on that.
No,
But
that's
anyway,
okay.
I hope all the fathers out there had a great weekend. But
So that means you hear Chris Brochon's show on Saturday
I do.
mornings.
hmm
The Great American Songbook, or
Mhm.
whatever it's called.
hmm Yep, that's right.
What, do you like
Now,
that
have
show?
you heard the new happy hour that CJ does on Wednesdays?
What happy hour?
Wednesdays
that-
from 5 to 7. He does an hour of kind of like drive time music, and then another hour of like
Well, that's
artist
CJ.
interviews.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I've heard CJ. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
Last week he was playing some heavy stuff on there.
Well, it's drive time.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah. People want to hear it. People
live drive at 5 or something like
Yeah.
that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I used to do that show from 4 to 6
Wow.
in the afternoons.
Were you playing a lot of heavy stuff on there?
We never played really heavy stuff, you know. I played good old rock and roll and some classics and things like that, but not really heavy metal stuff or anything like that. yeah.
You did the Friday party at one
I
time.
did. Were you listening then? Oh, I had the best time. It was fun.
You did.
Yeah, I did. It was great. I've done most
That's
of everything.
far different than the show you're doing on Sunday mornings.
Quite different. Quite different. And speaking of that, it's just the same way. The more you play the music and are around it, the more familiar you become, and can talk about it a little bit more. I love all the genres of music, so it's good. Except
You never
for rap.
You don't have a hip hop. You don't have a hip hop show. do
And I
you?
don't have a hip hop show. No, that's beyond me. I'm old school.
Did Francis like rap?
No, not particularly. He didn't like rap. He liked some heavy metal, but not a whole lot. I mean, it's when you're talking. I don't know. I've become kind of a fan of AC/DC. A few of those songs here recently. I don't know why. I guess when you evolve.
Yeah.
You have to evolve a little bit.
And your taste and everything.
Yeah, and your taste and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it's all relevant. What kind of music do you like the best?
I like oldies a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of like what they call yacht rock, like Christopher Cross, Steely
Yes.
Dan. that-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All that good stuff. And what's so weird about it is that I grew up with all of this music, and I listen to music today, but I can remember the lyrics to those old songs. It's just like, and even back when the songs that my parents listened to, I can sing along
Yeah.
with those. But the music today, no, not. It's very rare that I'll remember
Sing along
a song or something like
You
that.
like some of the new stuff, don't you?
I like some of the new stuff. Yeah, I do.
I know you said one time you like some of Harry Styles' stuff.
I like Harry Styles. Yep. I do. Okay.
Yeah, no, Harry Styles is not bad. Not my favorite, but like he's doing something different. I will say, and like people have the right
Kind
to
of like
enjoy.
The Weeknd.
Of course.
He's a new one. I
Noah
like the
likes-
Boom
likes
guy. What's his
country.
name?
It's really funny that you would say that, caller.
What?
That I like country.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
loves it.
I made a joke, but I'm serious. Like burning like every country and like okay, the thing I hate most, and I'm being honest, Chris. I'm trying to be raw here. Is when people give you that ultimatum. Have you ever been talking? Maybe it's only me, but like I'll be talking to somebody and I'm like, I hate country music, and they're like, oh, you must hate all country. Then you hate Johnny Cash. If me saying I hate country music means I have to hate Johnny Cash. Yes, I hate all country music. Now, I kind of like Johnny Cash. He has a couple of good songs and like old, but like country music might be the worst genre ever in existence.
according to you.
According to me, of course. All these
Yeah.
are all my thoughts and opinions, but like burn
It's not as
every
bad as
vinyl.
I like some country.
I can't get down with it.
Yeah, I do, but I can't listen to it.
It makes me irritable. It makes me like want to throw a chair. I don't know why.
Yeah,
That's the thought.
I'm like that with
but
rap.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
heavy
country's
metal.
Not as
No.
bad. Country's not as bad as rap.
I have to agree with you there. I have to agree with
Yeah.
you there. Yeah, but it's just like I said, I'm old school,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I'm still here.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, we're approaching the bottom of the hour, and is there anything else, any issue or anything that you'd like to ask?
No.
No. Well, we appreciate you listening, and I know that you've been around a while.
Oh,
Yes.
John did a great job with that interview.
Oh yes, we posted a interview on our Facebook, YouTube channel. A full-length interview we shot a little while ago, but nothing too crazy. And we posted that, and it's him just kind of talking about like what got him into radio, favorite, comfort food, and it was kind of a fun.
Oh, that's great.
Fun time, yeah.
Yeah.
So John kind of just answered those questions. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, caller.
Yeah. Are you going to do one, Noah?
I have one. It should be coming out momentarily, within, I think, the next week. It's coming out next week sometime. So you get to learn all about my thoughts and opinions. And I think Taylor also mentions country music. So kind of reiterate some of the same points. But yeah.
Okay.
About how much
I
you
hate it.
love
Yeah, that's exactly right, caller. You got it.
All right.
And Chris loves REO Speedwagon, by the way.
Interesting.
Just thought I'd throw that in
No,
there.
I don't. I can take them up to the very, end of those
I did an oopsie. I said,
screaming guitars and all that. It's just, it's just how it is.
yeah.
It's just one of those groups. I've got chill bumps and
Yeah.
hair raising up on my neck now,
Yeah.
thinking about it. Anyway, it's great to hear from you, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
All right, take
Yeah.
care. Bye-bye. All right. That was our caller from Hanover, I think.
Yes,
That's where
indeed.
he is, or Henrico. It's either one of those. Anyway.
I think it is Hanover.
Hanover,
You're right.
yeah. I should go always with my first instincts. Anyway, we're down at the bottom of the hour, so we have our weather forecast coming up, and that is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Your forecast for Southside and Central Virginia, lots of sunshine today with a high near 91 degrees. We'll see a southwest wind at 6 to 13 miles per hour, gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Good. May dry us out a little bit. For tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m., then a slight chance of showers between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. The chance is just 20%. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. We'll see a low around 72 degrees. For Thursday, showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly after 5 p.m. Increasing clouds with a high near 91 degrees. Southwest winds at 8 to 13 miles per hour, gusting as high as 22 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation at 60%. For Thursday night, showers and thunderstorms likely before 11 o'clock, then a slight chance between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing with a low around 66 degrees. Southwest winds at 3 to 7 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 60%. For Friday, lots of sunshine with a high near 88 degrees and just a light north wind. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 64. Saturday, sunny with a high near 91. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low of 68. For Sunday, we'll see sunshine with a high near 95 degrees. It's getting seriously warm here. And for Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 71. Taking a look at our statistics for right now, we have a humidity at 75%, our barometric pressure at 29.96 inches. We have a sunset at 8:36. Our winds are from the southwest around 10 miles per hour. And we did have a low this morning of 70, let's see, I think it was 73 degrees. We are currently at 78 degrees under mostly sunny skies. That is your WFLO forecast, brought to you at this time by the Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, it's time for our birthday calendar. That's brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
Well, that's our cue for birthdays and perhaps anniversaries. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to Noah Massage for those. Noah?
Chris Wood, how you doing? Oh, we already exchanged hellos, so I'm just going to get into the birthday calendar.
Just get into those.
All right. Okay, so today is the 19th of...
18th.
18th. Thank you. I'm messing up today.
It's all right.
Boy. All right, so we have, starting off our list for today, we have Tyler Carroll celebrating a birthday. Also, Sherry Carter, Diane Dubis, and we have an anniversary as well. That is Lee and Becky Rogers having an anniversary. And let me see if I'm missing any. And then Bob Massage, of course. And that's going to wrap it up for the list. I don't see any other ones on here.
Okay, all right. Well, how do they get the names to us?
Great question. I'm glad you asked. So they can call in 434-394-0924. They can also email us, birthdays@wflo.net, or they can go on our website under the on-air mentions page, submit birthdays directly from our website, like it's the 21st century, which it is. So, I mean, it's so many different ways of getting, telecommunications and, all that fun stuff. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, we wish everybody out there celebrating a great day today, all right?
Exactly.
Whether we know it or not. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC on Main Street in downtown Farmville. All right. It is Wednesday, so we have our
recipe of
the week. And it is, I don't know whether you're a fan of catfish.
I haven't dabbled with it enough to really
Okay.
decide.
Well, I have a recipe here for southern fried catfish.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. This is a new one. All right.
Yeah, it's a
rock
classic southern dish traditionally served with buttermilk hush puppies and buttermilk coleslaw. All right, here we go with our ingredients. A half a cup of buttermilk, okay? A half a cup of water. Salt and pepper to taste. A pound of catfish fillets cut into strips. 1.5 cups of fine cornmeal.
on. Okay.
1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of seafood seasoning such as Old Bay, and a quart of vegetable oil for deep frying. Okay? All right, step one, you gather all the ingredients. You mix the buttermilk, the water, the salt and pepper in a small bowl. Pour the mixture into a flat pan large enough to hold the fillets. All right? You arrange the fillets in a single layer in the pan, turning to coat each side. Set aside to marinate. All right, in the meantime, combine the cornmeal, the flour, and seafood seasoning in a 2-gallon resealable plastic bag. All right?
Okay.
Okay, you add the fillets to the bag, a few at a time, and tumble gently until evenly coated. You know, it's like, I tumble for ya. Okay.
That's good.
Heat the oil in the deep fryer to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Fry the fillets in hot oil until crisp and golden brown. About 3 minutes. That's all you need. Work in batches to avoid overcrowding so the fillets will have room to brown properly. You drain on paper towels, serve, and enjoy.
That's wow.
Lemon slices, or
Ugh.
you can use tartar sauce.
I like
or-
tartar sauce a
or
lot.
or whatever. But anyway, I love catfish, and I'm going to try this.
Okay. Well, you know what? If you bring it in, I'll try it and I'll let you know how.
Oh, yeah.
If you feel like bringing it in, you
Well,
don't have to
it's
bring it
flaky, and
Yeah.
to me, if it's cooked properly, it doesn't taste like fish.
in. Sure. Yeah.
And that's what I like.
That
Fish
is
that
nice.
doesn't taste like fish.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
By
They have
the
that
way,
fishy taste.
So sorry.
Anyway, so there you go, and you can serve it with that coleslaw and hush puppies, and maybe a slice or two of summer tomatoes.
amazing.
Oh boy. Okay. There we go. And you're going to post that
On the website.
on the website. As
Soon,
well.
ASAPP.
Okay. All right. Lines open. Excuse me, at 434-394-0924.
We should also let people know that FTC stopped by this morning and dropped off some of
Yes.
his delicious baked goods. I'm
Yes.
very excited to try these out.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
this is the first time I've met him.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
it's very nice.
his voice kind of does match.
It
you
does
know, his-
match, yeah.
His face and all. He's got a nice smile. Very pleasant personality. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, very very nice guy. So we're very excited to try his. He told me this morning it's a pound cake. I think with like chocolates.
Well, that chocolate
something,
stuff.
and then it's got like a blueberry kind of glaze to. Look, I'm excited, Chris.
I am
am
too. Maybe he should open up
Like
his own
I'm already
bakery.
getting a sugar
Yeah.
rush, and I haven't even had anything yet. I'm just so, So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I understand.
very excited to try that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's check out some history.
Sure.
The War of 1812 is our featured event. On this date, U.S. President James Madison signed a declaration of war against Great Britain, initiating the War of 1812, which arose chiefly from U.S. grievances over oppressive maritime practices during the Napoleonic Wars. So there you go. We'll go back now, 2023. The experimental submersible Titan imploded during a dive to the wreck of the Titanic. All 5 people on board were killed. I believe they got a documentary or something about that as well out.
Interesting.
Excuse me. Sorry. This frog doesn't want to leave. Kermit, go away. 2006, prelate Catherine Jefferts Shorey was elected presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church in the United States of America, becoming the first woman chosen.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Got a phone call coming in.
Of that. Let's see. Becoming the first woman chosen as a church-wide leader in the 400-year history of the Anglican Communion.
Yeah.
Are you hearing a buzz? I'm hearing a buzz. Might be my phone. It is
Might
my
be.
phone.
Oh.
Okay, it's too close to the other stuff.
Oh, the soundboard.
Yeah. 1983, the first American woman to fly into outer space, Sally Ride, was launched with 4 other astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Very
I
cool.
remember that. 1979, the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, or SALT II treaty, was signed by U.S. President Jimmy Carter and Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev. 1940, broadcasting from London after France fell to the Nazis, French General Charles de Gaulle appealed to his compatriots to continue World War II under his leadership. In 1886, British explorer and mountaineer George Mallory, whose disappearance on Mount Everest in 1924 became one of the most celebrated mysteries of the 20th century.
Yeah.
He was born in Moberly, Cheshire. And of course, the Mallory tent, you
Yeah.
remember all that, the mountain equipment and stuff like that was named after him.
Yeah.
1873, American suffragist Susan B. Anthony was fined after being convicted for voting in the 1872 presidential election, though she refused to pay it. In 2020, President Donald Trump pardoned her, but the move was criticized by those who argued that it validated the trial. So, anyway. Oh, we got to do one more.
Oh, sure.
1815. Remember that date. Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo, ending 23 years of recurrent warfare between France and the other powers of Europe. So there we go.
You'd be playing some ABBA this afternoon, Chris?
Not this
Waterloo?
afternoon,
Okay.
maybe this morning. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know
what I meant. Yeah,
Paul
this-
McCartney and ABBA.
Yeah. I say ABBA. Is it
I
ABBA?
think it's ABBA.
No, you would know, Chris.
It's what,
ABBA.
either it's what, it's like
ABBA.
potato, patata. Tomato.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
tomato.
Yeah, I. That's really nice of you to say that, but I don't think. I think there's a right way, then probably a wrong way. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a matter. It's a matter of preference.
Oh goodness, we got a phone call coming in. Wonder who that could be.
I have no idea. We'll find out.
Mystery.
Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning, Flowinian.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Now I know
Fine.
I can put a face to the voice.
Uh-oh, man.
I know.
Dangerous.
I know. But it was
Oy vey.
it was certainly nice to meet you.
Yes, it's
After all
the
this
same.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or back at you. I don't know what they say nowadays.
I know. Back at you is fine. I don't take offense to that. Thanks for bringing the goodies. Exactly what did you bring us?
Oh, it was a sour cream pound cake with a blueberry compote. So,
Okay.
check it out, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be my lunch. Then I'll have a sugar high the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I might take my
man.
dog swimming twice instead of once.
Oh,
Anyway, we thank you for that.
oh, you're welcome. I really didn't have much to say. Didn't have anything on. You know, I did catch a special on that the little death trap they were sending down in the Titanic that imploded. I don't know if it's an anniversary or something coming up.
Yes, it is. Today's the anniversary of it.
That thing was just a mess. They should never have even left the dock.
Yeah, I think it was a suicide mission.
Holy
Well,
cow.
didn't they experimented beforehand where they took it near the Titanic and it it like worked. It didn't implode or anything, but like it was obviously poorly built, and regulations could have saved lives that day. Like, believe it or not, That,
Yeah.
But if you have enough money and you want to have private tours of the Titanic with this machine that you built, go for it. I don't know. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, I guess somebody's making another one.
Wow.
Let's do it again.
Well,
Incredible.
I'm sure that they're going to try.
Uh-huh.
You
So if you had the choice, would you go down to the Titanic or up and do a lap around the Earth?
if I had to, could we have three choices here?
Feet
A,
on the
B, or
ground?
C? C, stay on the ground. Yeah.
Oh, holy cow.
I would probably make sure I have a nice life insurance policy filled out before I go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you're right about
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we're designed just to walk upright.
Exactly,
How many years
yeah.
did it take for us to be able to do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're not even happy.
Yeah. We got to be flying. Sorry, that's me being
Wow.
overly something.
The only time I fly is in my dreams.
Ah.
I have flying dreams.
Do you have fear of flying?
Me? Not really a fear of it. It just makes me kind of nervous, But I haven't flown in a long, long time. Years,
Wow.
as a matter of fact. But I wouldn't mind flying. I just wear a cross for necklace, my Bible with me.
Oh, my lucky rabbit foot. my lucky socks I
Yeah.
would be wearing.
Have a few martinis or whatever and just, enjoy the ride.
Oh, my gosh. Fly the friendly skies.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. But yeah, that's that. So,
So
I don't know.
So did you find that documentary interesting?
yes, I did. And I was so surprised that he got away with it. It seemed like everybody knew. And it was just a matter of when.
Oh, that's
So,
that's pretty horrible. You know.
Yeah, and I think what did he do, 17 or 18 of them? And they just kept on driving it. It was like a clunker car.
Yeah.
When is it going to break down?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll have to watch that.
Do you know what
Watch
it was
that.
called?
The Titan.
No, I mean the
Oh,
documentary.
the documentary. I just called Titan.
no, sir, I die.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Just Titan. And I believe that's what it was called. Well, Paul McCartney has a birthday today. He's 83 years old today.
Good. I'm not as horrible as it sounds, I'm not the biggest fan of his newer music.
Uh-huh.
Like when I say newer, I mean past the. Him and the Wings were pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just maybe I guess he got softer. His music.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess if do you guys classify the Beatles as hard?
that's a good question. No, I think that they were more rock than hard.
Yeah.
And some of it was poppy, it was pop type stuff
Yeah.
too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I was 16 years old back then, and so it was all glorious. Yeah, I was just a Beatles fan all the way. Beatles and the Beach Boys, and the let's see, I don't know, a lot of those English.
Britney and
Yeah,
all those- not the Birds. I don't know why I keep up. This is the second time I brought up the Birds this morning.
Yeah, I like the Birds.
The Birds are good.
Yeah.
Some guy was telling me that I guess he was looking through archives of Brian Wilson's I guess photos and things like that.
Yeah, he just passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said there was a photo floating out there. He was hanging with Charles Manson.
Oh, really?
Oh goodness.
I guess Charles Manson was maybe he wanted to be a musician or kind of was dabbling with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Interesting.
so
Yeah. So I guess the last of the Beach Boys is, the original. I guess they're all gone now. I guess
There might be like
maybe
one or two.
one left.
Like the drummer. The drummer is always the last person to stick around in a band. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
So
my
Ringo
God.
might
Ringo.
outlive Paul.
I mean, you look at Ringo today. He's like not. He still looks relatively healthy. Paul, on the other hand, looks like he's gonna.
He looks kind of frail.
Yeah, he's like, don't move me too hard and whatever. I can't do
Oh
a
my
Paul. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember all the allegations? I guess it was in the 90s. Was it against Linda? But like Linda claimed that Paul was throwing wine bottles at her.
At her?
Yeah. Do you remember this? This was something that came up. There was like some sort of allegations. I think it kind of fizzled out to be nothing, but I remember seeing an article or hearing a story about like accusations that Paul McCartney throwing wine bottles at his wife. Like, sounds like a Paul McCartney thing to do, probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
what a
never
waste of
really
good
heard
wine.
about that, or if it
Interesting.
did, I didn't pay much attention to it.
Sure. It might have been one of those things that settled outside of court. I don't know. I have no idea, but
Could have been. Well, must have been. But they divorced. No, she died.
is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
had
they
breast
did, yeah.
cancer.
I think they divorced. Didn't they divorce first?
Yeah, I think so.
And then she was on. Was she the one who was on Dancing with the Stars? just a,
I'm not
um,
sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe somebody else out there knows.
She had the the leg, didn't she? Amputee she was.
No, I don't think that was her. I think that was someone else. But
Okay.
again, I think Noah's looking it up.
I'm sorry. I was looking up the whole wine thing. Apparently, it was Paul McCartney's other Heather Mills.
Heather Mills, yeah.
That was that whole thing. So that's
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think,
All right.
yeah, but I'm thinking that Heather was the one that had the leg, the
All right.
amputee.
okay.
But I know Linda was part of she was an heiress to was it the Kodak
Oh.
film? I'm thinking
Wow.
that was, or Polaroid. I'm not sure, but anyway,
One of the
she
major
was,
film
She was,
thing.
yeah,
That's
she was an heiress to that.
Wow.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it's 8:55, and for once we are going to have a nice weekend so far. That's what they're saying anyway. So that will be great. It's going to be warm, but are the goats going to find a nice shady place?
I keep them. They have a barn they can go into, and I have fans running. I keep fans running.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
if they want to get if they want to chill, cool off, they can. But
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I've been taking
Yeah.
Iggy on short runs due to the humidity and all that because we just go through the woods and maybe down to where the farmhouse is, but I don't take her down to the pond to swim and stuff.
Yeah.
It's because it's been so wet. And
Yeah,
the
it
pond's
has been
muddy
really-
and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I had 2.5 inches of rain come down on let's see
Sunday maybe,
Friday
right?
night? No.
Sunday we had a lot of rain.
Sunday, yes, it was 2.5 inches, and my basement flooded again. But we found out that it wasn't the door, the back door. It was something else. So it's gutters, and with that much rain, I talked to some of my other friends, and they said their basements had flooded as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel quite as bad. But
The joys of being a
sweeping
homeowner.
water, and thank goodness I have a shop vac. I
Yeah.
can vacuum it up as well. Yeah.
yeah. So now, what do you have? Everything on blocks now?
I have everything is up pretty much on pallets, so
Okay.
I think that's what you call them.
Oh, yeah.
Little like
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah.
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 Uh huh.
Anyway, so fortunately
All right.
that that wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how much rain did you get on Sunday?
A heck of a lot. I didn't measure it,
Yeah.
but it was more than a lot. So it's probably a heck of a lot. somewhere right in there.
Yeah.
In
One
there.
of my friends that lives just right down the road got 3 inches, 3.2 inches of rain, and with just a little bit of time. It was just like I couldn't believe how much rain was coming off that roof.
Yeah.
And even with 6-inch gutters, it was just like Niagara Falls coming across. So no wonder my basement flooded. I keep trying to tell
Yeah,
myself
well, they got-
that. Anyway.
Well,
I guess
hopefully
on the other hand, because go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say hopefully the winds can help dry, like you were saying
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Dry the ground and.
Yes, I was so surprised though because we did get some heavy winds. That I guess you're lucky you didn't get a tree down with the.
No, but I was sitting outside
big-
yesterday just for a few minutes, and a couple of huge limbs came down in the forest right below my house. I did see them fall. That was pretty interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, so Idgie wanted to go check it out, but she just kind of looked over there and said, just a limb or two. Not nothing. It wasn't anything that she could handle. Let's put it that way. Because she likes great big sticks and limbs and stuff like that, but she really couldn't handle those. Anyway, well, we're just about finished up for the day, and certainly hope that you have a great day. And we thank you again for the goodies, and we'll let you know how good they are or
Yes,
were.
please.
Okay.
And be honest, because that helps the most. Because then I know if I need to modify things instead
All
of
right.
everybody saying it was
Okay.
great.
That's one thing I am is honest.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. All right.
Take care.
Thanks
All right.
for the airtime.
Have a great day.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
All right, we're about out of time.
We are all right, Chris. Well, see you tomorrow. Same time, same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah. Well, I've got one more birthday for you.
Oh yes.
Actually, I've got 2. Blake Shelton has a birthday today as well. And I'm not sure. Oh, he is 49 years old today.
Ah.
And he's originally from Ada, Oklahoma. All right, we're out of here.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you so much for listening, folks. We got music coming up. I'll be with you until 11 o'clock with that.